I need everybody watching to pay attention to the screen right now because more than 72% of you are not subscribed to this channel, and I have no idea why. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on mobile notifications so you never miss an upload. I upload weekly horse racing content. Hopefully you guys will join the community, and let's get started.
What's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 3. This should be the second to last or the last video of this series for now until we switch back over to the Gallop Racer 2001 on the PS2. So our girls are doing pretty good. For Courtney, I think we're going to retire at the end of this year. Forever Beat still doesn't want to race. Cosmo Gal's on a roll. And Super Army also looking good. So it's looking really good for us in our fillies. And we're going to continue to roll on. There was a comment on one of my last videos in regards to waiting too long to put, I think it was Cosmo Gal in a race. I've been playing these games since I was a kid. I'm well aware of that fact. It still kind of amazes me to this day that no matter how long I've been playing these games, people still hit me with these things as if I don't know. It's I do know. It's just sometimes I genuinely just forget because, like I said, you know, I will disappear from these games sometimes for a little bit. And especially since I bounce around so much. I think there's maybe two other people on this channel that bounce around on these games like I do. They don't all play the same, so you do have to remember certain things in one game are a little bit different. Like, for example, 2004, you can wait 4 months, maybe even 5 months before a horse starts getting really angry to put them in a race. In this game, it's like 2 months, and if it's longer than 2 months, they'll start getting angry. So, of course, I always have to address those comments because I'm well aware they're from people that are new to the channel. Anybody that's been watching my videos for longer than I would say probably half a year, they don't leave those comments anymore. Obviously, you guys that have been here for a while, you know how I play, and I've already explained myself a million times. So I just like to explain that to people that are new because, like I said, I know new people don't always understand certain things. They may think, oh, it's just some random guy playing these games and, you know, for the first time and has not played them previously. I mean, this is literally the first horse racing game I've ever played. This is literally the game that got me into the Gallop Racer series. I've never been great at the game until recently. Like when I was a kid, I wasn't good at the game, obviously, but you know, I'm getting better. It's probably really the only thing, and then I would go bankrupt constantly. But as a 9-year-old kid, I mean, you're not thinking about trying to preserve your finances and all of that. So we are the favorite with Fort Courtney. I don't know if we're going to get there in time because I kind of wasn't really paying attention, which is fine. It's like the second race we were the favorite with her, but you know, I wasn't really paying attention there, and that's fine. Again, this is what I mean. Like, I know this stuff. It's just a matter of whether or not I'm really in the moment, really focusing. You know what I mean? It's not a matter of most of the time in these games. It's not a matter of me not knowing things. I'm pretty well aware of most things in all the Gallop Racer games, at least by now. So if I don't do something right or I do something wrong, it's literally just because either I don't care or I'm not paying attention. That's all. So that could have been a better result, but I mean, I don't care. Again, Fort Courtney is a horse we're retiring at the end of this year anyway, so we're kind of just using her just to get some points. Forever Beat, kind of the same situation. Favorite again. Okay, so 2 races back to back. Well, actually, make sure you pay attention in this one. Now, she is a front runner, so we're going to have to get her out quickly to the front. But obviously, besides the housekeeping, which is what I'm going to start calling it now because I've realized as the channel grows and as new people subscribe or start watching the videos, I'm always going to get comments of people who think I don't know how to play these games. I've accepted that's just going to be something that's a part of this channel until I guess stop uploading videos or stop playing these games on YouTube. I'm well aware those comments will always come around and those people will always exist, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't upset me anymore or bother me in any way, actually. I just wish people would ask things before assuming, because most of the time people assume I don't know something without saying, hey, did you know this? And it's like, oh, I can answer and say, yes, I did, or oh, maybe on the off chance I didn't. But people just kind of assume I don't know these things or I don't know something based off of what they see in a video instead of actually asking me. Because if you ask somebody, you give them the chance to say, yes, you know, I am aware of this, but I forgot or I wasn't paying attention, which, like I said, for me and my videos is usually 90% of the case with a lot of things. It's just a matter of me just not paying attention or not really focusing up. All right, here we go. Forever Beat really doesn't have any speed, so I'm gonna See if we can move to the outside. I could have stayed in that gap, but I didn't like it. Oh, no, that is so bad. I didn't trust that gap. I probably should have stayed where I was at, honestly. 2 races for Courtney, whatever, but that race, I mean, we definitely would have won, should have won, could have won, but I didn't feel confident with that gap. I did not feel confident with the gap, but obviously now I understand I probably should have just stayed there. That's just 100% on me, again. Just not in the zone in that regards. That's a really bad performance. I'm disappointed with myself in that race. For Courtney was whatever, but that one, I mean, that was pretty bad. We should not have. I should have stayed where I was at and just taken my chances, because I would have still finished higher than what I did finish. I moved. I tried to bump the horse, which I don't do anyways. But you know, Super Army, second favorite. Okay, back. Okay, so let's actually win this race. Even though we're not the favorite, we can actually go and win this one. Let me actually focus up, make sure I got my space, timing right. Sometimes when I'm just talking and I go on my tangents, I'm not really paying attention to the race and my positioning, so I end up getting shuffled in a spot I don't want to be. So right now, since I need to focus up, longer race though, we have 8.5 furlongs to go, but we're in pretty decent position right here. I'm going to stay right here because I don't know what is going to happen in front of us. I don't know if these horses are going to, pan out or anything. So this is good spacing because whoever is next to me, which I think is the 2 horse, or it's an 8 horse. 8 horse next to me should move. Even if that horse doesn't move, I have plenty of space to make a move if need be. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to creep up alongside this horse because I want to make sure I have the space to go. I got to make sure I don't bump this horse because that does happen. Spacing is okay. Alright, maybe we can have an inside. Actually, no. Can we have an inside trip or not? These gaps are not freeing up, and the AI is just giving me no space to move. It's actually really annoying. That doesn't happen that often in this game where the AI just doesn't move at all. And we definitely could have won that race. That's out of my control. I probably should have went to the outside of the 8 horse. But how? That's 2 races in a row where the AI literally gave me no space, and they don't move at all. At all. That's somebody left a comment that is also very true. This game can be so trolly sometimes. Sometimes the AI will get out of your way and there'll be plenty of space, and the other times they will act as if you're not even racing them, which really comes down to just a programming issue, which there's nothing you can do about it. But that's the thing about racing games. Sometimes the AI just aren't programmed to know that a human player, aka us, is even there, so they don't move, they don't adjust, they don't do anything. It's the only thing about racing games I dislike because it's so unrealistic. But yeah, that was an annoying result because we definitely could have won that race with Super Arm, even though we weren't the favorite. We could have won that, and again, the gap wasn't freeing up. And I was going to go to the inside, but again, it's like the horses, they don't really pick up their speed, and then if I drop my speed too much, it may hamper me, more than I would like. It's kind of the catch-50 situation, where it's just like if you drop your speed, yeah, you may be able to make a move, but then what's to say you won't get blocked again by another horse or whatever, you know what I mean? Can we... Yeah, we're on for Courtney 7 furlongs, but... anyways, Cosmo Gal is up. Let's see if we can get her in a G1. Paris Oaks, that is too far for her. Princess Cup, she can't run that. It's a little ways away. So actually what I'm going to do, because I'm going to go ahead and run her. Let's get her in like a G3 or a G2. Maybe we'll run her in this G2, and then we'll get her back in the G1. Top 3 go to the Prince Cup. So we go with the Prince Cup or the Princess Cup, which I still don't understand how females qualify for the Prince Cup and how the males qualify for the Princess Cup this game. I still don't understand how that's a thing, but, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, we'll be the favorite for sure. She's proven herself. She's won how many Grade 1 races now? I think 3? 2 or 3 for sure. So she's proven her worth. Finally, my first Grade 1 horse. Grade 1 original horse at that. All right, let's get a good start. Great start for Cosmo Gal. Gets right out. We're going to push her to the front. Now, this is a grade 2 race. Now, we don't want to be leading, so I'm just going to drop back just a little bit. But this is pretty ideal. This is exactly what we want. Where we are is extremely ideal. So I want to make sure I stay in this spot. Hopefully this horse ahead of me doesn't try to overtake me. If he or she does, I'm obviously just going to move to their outside. But this inside lane should stay free to us the whole way. And I can literally wait and start my spurt at like 2 furlongs. This is what I should have been doing the last couple of races. But again, just kind of not really zoning in. Yeah, not zoning in is usually what hurts me in my races. Not zoning in, not paying attention, and second guessing myself. It's like I know how to play the game, but if I do any of that stuff, any game knowledge I have kind of goes out the window. I mean, I think that's kind of a given for everybody, right? So we'll let these horses gas themselves out. Now, Cosmo Gal, we're gonna run. Now we're gonna run, and furlong to go. Get her on the whip just a little bit, but yeah, super easy race. It's about as easy as it's gonna get. Good win. Again, this video should have 4 wins. I mean, all the races I've just ran in, I should have won up to this one. Win that easy. But like I said, she's a grade 1 horse, drops in competition and run against some G2s. And it's a good win. We needed that, quite frankly. Like I said, I should be 3 more wins up now, considering the pace was slow. We'll take it. We'll take it. Now let's see if we can redeem ourselves with the other horses. I gotta establish position early. I have to do that. I must establish my position early. 5,400 points. That is lovely. That's really what I want. I at least want some. I know I'm not gonna always get a whole bunch of grade 1 horses in this game yet. I'm working towards it, but I at least need some G2s, G2 and G3 horses. So for Courtney is she's already in a race. October 2nd. So Cosmo Gal, I'm just gonna already register her. She qualifies for the Prince Cup. Which I could 16 furlongs, yuck. I'm definitely going to stick her to the Princess Cup. She's going to be running against the gals, going 10 furlongs. Super Army's ready to go. Got to redeem ourselves with her 10 at 13 furlongs. We can get her in the King Cup Autumn, and she shouldn't be too tempered. That's only it's about a month and a week away, so she should be fine. Forever Beat. I guess I don't know what I got this horse for. I wish I could remember, because this horse is just randomly here, and she's not good enough to use for any breeding purposes. So I don't know, unless she's developing at a later point. But I don't recall that if she is. I don't think she's a horse that's developing at a later point. I know Cosmo Gal still has another year to get better. So 10 furlongs, field of 12. We'll see what we can do. I know Cosmo Gal's going to get better. I think Super Army is almost at her peak, but still, she's pretty nice. Forever Beat, I just don't know what I got her for. I really don't. Anyways, let's see if we get a good start. Not bad. All right. Realistically, what I should probably do in all of my races, you see horses that are midfield runners or closers. I mean, getting a great start isn't that important because they're going to sit at the back of the field anyways. But it still may be a good idea for me to try to focus on getting a good start, just to at least kind of adjust and see where I want to position myself. Because if I get out kind of in between horses, or if I get out really slow, you know, maybe it depending on the race distance in the field and my post position, maybe it will hurt me. Like right now, I mean, we're running extremely wide out here. The 11 horse is wide. The 12 horse finally moves in. I'm staying right here because I know at the top those horses may swing out. I'm going to stay right here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stay right here. And there's the 12 horse moving again. So I'm just going to see if I kind of get ahead of this horse. If I'm fortunate enough. Don't bump. Here we go. All right. That actually works out. Everybody's just kind of stayed in their lanes the whole way, which is unusual in this game. But look at Forever Beat. Nice little run. We may get up here and get at the wire for the win. Close. Second place. I'll take it. I will take that. I wasn't even expecting to finish that well. Forever Beat showed a second kick in the surge in the stretch, and we almost get up there at the wire to get the win. But I'll take that. Still no wins for Forever Beat, though. Still no wins. Fast pace. Yeah, we were right up there. Again, I just wish I knew what I bought this horse for, because usually when I buy horses in any Gallop Racer game, it's for a reason. Based off of whether or not the horse is just a great horse to have, to win races, whether or not I want the horse to breed for specific purposes. This horse, Forever Beat, I genuinely have no idea. Let me look at her data just to see if I'm missing anything. I mean, her star rating is decent. Maybe I was tempted to get her and thinking, oh, maybe she'll be decent to breed, but like for what? Her speed is bad, considering. Her stamina is lower end, for sure. Her star ratings are pretty solid, except for the incline and the braking. And she's pretty much at her best. I don't know what I got her for. I really don't. I don't want to use her for breeding. I think she wouldn't be the best in that situation. We're going to go ahead and do a quick save. But yeah, I have no idea what I bought Forever Beat for. It's a mystery. I can always go back and watch my other videos, but I mean, even looking at her now, there's nothing to use her for. Like I said, she's not great with speed or stamina, so there's really no point to use her for breeding at all. Maybe I just wanted another horse to try to get some money. I think that's the only plausible thing I could have purchased her for, just to try to earn some extra money, especially since she only costs $110 every month. For Courtney, not the favorite, but we still have a chance. We should finish in the money. We have a chance to win, but pretty competitive field. Neat Factor, Risky Carol, they're on the long shot ends, but if they run well, they could finish higher. We'll see what For Courtney does. We'll be retiring her at the end of this year. Quick retirement. Even though she's raced 20 times, so she's actually gotten quite a bit. It just, as a 4-year-old, in this game, it just seems like it's so soon to retire the horses, as opposed to the other Gallop Racer titles where, I still run horses well until they're 6, maybe even 7 years old. But this game, it's rare. It's pretty rare to run horses that long for whatever reason. But I hope I do get a horse eventually. I'll be able to pretty much run for the entirety of its racing career. So I'm going to have to go outside because I don't know what they're going to do up there, and I'm not even going to take any chances. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a late run. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, let's see what For Courtney does. That horse is going to move. Okay, we're showing some speed. Hit our spurt at the right time. The field is tiring. The field is definitely tiring. We're going to get up there in the money. I don't think we're going to get a first place finish. Fourth, third place. I'll take it. I'll take it. I wasn't really expecting to win. It looked like it could have potentially happened, but then once I saw those two horses, well, actually the one horse, I think it was horse, the jockey that's got the pink sleeves with the green. I believe Maiden Merriam? Maiden Merriam or Vast Account. Either way, not the horse that blew past us at the end, but pretty sure Vast Account. I kind of saw that horse wasn't dropping back, so I knew at that point that winning the race wasn't going to happen. But still, it's a good result. Third place, we'll take it. We will take it. For Courtney, she's been consistent, though. Despite the fact that she's only won 2 out of her 21 races, she has been consistent with money place finishes, which has helped us earn more. So regardless of the fact that she hasn't dominated and done anything I think crazy special, she's been consistent. And considering her star rating, she is not great as far as the star rating is concerned. She's definitely better than Forever Beat, statistically speaking. Well, their stamina is about the same, and Fort Courtney's a little bit faster on the turf in regards to her speed. She costs a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, we'll definitely retire her this year because her and Forever Beat, there's nothing to use them for. So they have, like I said, they've definitely both done well for giving us money place finishes, which, like I said, helps us earn more money so we can try to buy better horses. Post parade here will do for this Princess Cup. Cosmo Gallop, as we should be, is the favorite. Looking for another G1. We win this, I think she's already going to be horse of the year just based off of the 2 G1s we won with her earlier. But if we win this, I mean, it's set and done. I probably won't even have to run her for the rest of the year. Keep in mind, she's still only 3 years old. She still has a whole nother year of dominance like this. Absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and go through the field. So we are on the 5, the favorite Cosmo Gal. Man, absolutely love this filly. Here's the 6 horse Outcast, ridden by Groy. Here's a look at the 7 Sleepy Image, ridden by Lord. Here's the 8 horse Social Army, ridden by Harper. I have to watch out for this filly. Here's the 9 Accomplice, ridden by Watkins. She seems a little tempered, so she probably hasn't raced in a while. Here's Holy Death, the 10 horse, ridden by Sturt. Here's the 11 horse Naked Venus, ridden by Wolker. Big long shot today. Public are not giving her a chance. Here's a 12 Odd Blonde, ridden by Alderson, another filly who has not raced in a while, but her odds are still looking pretty good, so she'll be interesting. We're to the 1 horse Solid Blonde, ridden by Henderson, another horse that seems to be hot-tempered, but she is a long shot, probably the longest in the field. 2 Celtic Fan, ridden by Collins. 3 Local Star, ridden by Wayne, mild-tempered filly. She seems ready to go. Here's the 4 horse Dry Reef, ridden by Westcott. And we're on the 5 and the favorite Cosmo Gal in today's Princess Cup. Let's see if we can get her another G1. And she'll be our first Gallop Racer Original in this game to get Horse of the Year. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten Horse of the Year in this game yet, so this will be a huge milestone for me in this game. Like ever, actually. I never got it as a kid, I don't think. And no, that's a lie. I got it as a kid, but I was playing on easy. And I think I got it with like Fast Navy, so that doesn't really count. But on the hardest difficulty, yes, this would be a pretty big achievement. And with an original at that as well. I mean, like I said, Fast Navy is not an original. So Cosmo Gal is my original horse. And to get a Horse of the Year award with her, she'll definitely get awards for fillies. Like I said, we still have a whole nother year of her to be at her best, because she's still not even at her peak. So she still has another year to dominate. Fast pace, spacing looks great. This is extremely ideal. Just gonna go ahead and just make sure we don't get blocked in on some weird stuff, because this game is weird. We have plenty of space, and we're just gonna stay right here. Not gonna go yet. Now we're gonna go. Now we're gonna go. And we'll whip at 1.5. Now we'll turn it up. Now we'll turn it up. And it looks like another G1. Another G1 for Cosmo Gal. This filly continues to absolutely dominate. Oh my goodness. What a filly. What a filly. Still wins effortlessly. Length and a half win. Another G1. Another G1 for Cosmo Gal. Absolutely amazing, man. Seriously, what a filly. What an absolute filly. Yeah, won that by a length and a half. Local Star, I called it. I knew that horse was going to be up there. But we get the win. Another G1. And like I said, it's pretty much all in the books now. I mean, it's pretty much all said and done that she'll be Horse of the Year, and she should get the Filly of the Year awards as well, because we've dominated. She has dominated against the gals. Every opportunity. She has absolutely dominated. Golly gall. Breeding her is going to be absolutely amazing as long as this game doesn't troll me. 7 wins in 10 races. She's still getting better. She's still getting better. Yeah. I mean, and even still, I plan on retiring her after her 4-year-old season, but I could probably still run her as a 5-year-old. Granted, I would want her to retire on top, but if I wanted to, I could still probably push her past, 4, but I'm not going to do that. I'll definitely just, I think, call it after she's 4 years old. Forever Beat's ready to go again. Let's see, 7 to 10. I'll run here. Oh, no. We do not want to handicap with the weight, so we'll scratch her from that and try to get her in another one. 7 furlongs. Why are we so heavy for these races? Are they telling me this horse is better than I think? Let's see if we run her in 6. Okay, she doesn't carry any extra weight for that. So we still have Indian Goose, I think, which he's a distance horse, and Super Army, I think, is also a distance horse. So once Super Army is able to be retired, we're going to breed her with Indian Goose. Or Super Army or Super Amy, whatever the horse's name is. Regardless, Cosmo Gal doesn't have... We don't have somebody for her yet. We don't have a stallion for her. Stud. We need to find a stud. Well, we have a decent amount of money, so we can find a good stud. I'll make sure I try to get a horse that's similar to her. And we're at a long shot here today with Forever Beat. Not surprised. This is shorter distance that she probably would prefer. And like I said, we'll be retiring her soon anyways. It would be nice to get her a win, because everybody else, all the other fillies I'm racing with currently, all have wins. This is the only horse without a win. So not the greatest of starts, and I don't like my positioning. They're running really wide, so I'm going to keep her here, because like I said, they're running extremely wide. So we're going to have to make a really late rally on the outside. Alright, let's see if Forever Beat can get us maybe in the money. We're the long shot, so it's unlikely, but we'll know. I mean, we don't know. Some of the horses will tire out. As we can see, they are tiring out. Ugh, so close. If we had maybe about another half of a furlong left, definitely would have at least finished 5th. Because that was actually, I mean, the field was pretty close, considering. Look at that. The bottom 5 horses all were within a neck of each other. So we were really close to finishing in 5th, or 6th at least. Oh, I forgot, we got Super Army racing in the King Cup Autumn. 10 furlongs here. It's a mixture of colts, fillies, and mares. And we're the long shot with Super Army. That's a little surprising, I admit. So her name is Super Army. I have her on my spreadsheet as Super Amy, and I don't know why. That is actually quite surprising. I'm not going to go through this post parade, but we're the long shots. I mean, granted, this is Kramer's King is one of the best mid to longer distance horses in this game. It's still one of my favorites. Indian Lark is also a beast of a horse. So I mean, it's a tough field. I get it, but I mean, we're expected to finish second to last. I don't understand that. I understand not winning. I didn't expect us to be favored to win, but to not even be close, it's interesting. But who knows, if we run this right, maybe we'll end up changing that outcome. Alright, she's blue. As long as she's blue, she's fine. I'm going to keep her here because I don't know what these horses to the... Well, just as I say it, they move in. Because I was going to say I don't know what they're going to do. But this is actually good positioning because I know I'll just be able to swing outside and make my move. Because that's what you got to do in these games, man. The inside is not always going to free or clear up. The AI literally just aren't programmed to do that. So you got to take it how you get it. If you have the inside and it's free, okay. But if it's not there and it's too congested, you have to make a move on the outside. Regardless, that's just how you have to do it in this game. Most of the Gallop Racer games. Alright, let's see. Not going to whip yet because we're actually doing pretty well. Now we're going to put her on the whip. Kramer's King taking off. He's trying to get up there. We're going to get 8th place. And Kramer's King, I think, literally just got up there at the wire to win the King Cup Autumn. The gray that was flying up. I'm pretty sure he got up there at least by a nose. Let's see. Did Kramer King win the King Cup? He did not. Loving Carol held on. Kramer's King was so close. Indian Lark right there behind him. Tough field, tough field. I think if we were on Cosmo Gal, we could have actually ran against those horses and actually placed, maybe even won. I think Cosmo Gal is such a beast of a filly. Now, no disrespect to Super Army, but wow, 8th place in both of those races. But yeah, Super Army is not Cosmo Gal. Forever Beat, she's dropping, so we're gonna go ahead and call it for Forever Beat. Like I said, retiring her. I mean, for what? Her star rating is what we could do, I think, if it wasn't just to have her for money, I could have said I was just going to use her and then find kind of a cheap stud and breed those two together and see what type of horse we get. I could see myself doing that because of her star rating, not because of anything else. Like I said, statistically speaking, she's as average as an average horse can get, but her star ratings are pretty good. So we will retire her for breeding, because maybe, like right now, in fact, I'll just find like a really cheap colt, less than 5 G's, and there's only 2 that we can choose anyway. So Striking Tap and then Ebony Colors. Let's look at Striking Tap here. 7 to 10 furlongs, so he shares the same distance as her. He's, statistically speaking, he's similar, except he is better on the dirt, actually. 78 dirt rating as a 2-year-old isn't terrible, and he's going to get better by the time he's 4.5. So he could turn out to be a decent colt to breed with Forever Beat. I'm not expecting him to win championships, but he could be a decent horse to breed with her to make something. Now, here's Ebony Colors. Not a bad 2-year-old with a star rating. Three categories with 3 stars, 2 with 4 stars, 5 to 8 furlongs, a fast spurt. Obviously, he's a sprinter. And he's not going to peak until he is 6 or 7. So he is a long-term prospect. And at this price, I'm going to go ahead and take Ebony Colors, and I'm going to go ahead and take Striking Tap. And it doesn't break the bank. Ebony Colors will be able to keep for a long time, just to kind of see how he develops. He'll be a project. I just want to see as he gets up to 6 and 7. Because like I said, I haven't had a horse that's been able to run that long. And then Striking Tap, 2 years old, but we should be able to run with him for at least 2 years. So, Forever Beat, she's going to be there for a little bit. She'll be lonely for 2 years, but Striking Tap will be there eventually. And we'll see what we can do with him. Because him and her are pretty similar in regards to their attributes and their stats. So I figured that would maybe give us a better chance at having a potentially successful breeding session. Again, though, this game is kind of trolly. Sometimes you may have 2 horses that are perfect in any other Gallop Racer game, and in this one they totally troll you and just give you a complete opposite horse. You breed 2 distance horses, they'll give you a sprinter. You breed 2 sprinters, they'll give you a horse that can run for days. You know, it's so backwards in this game. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and record this from my spreadsheet, because I believe have reached the end of this episode. But I do want to try these horses out. So Ebony Colors, he runs 5 to 8 furlongs, and I would say turf. You know, his turf rating isn't that much better. And then Striking Tap. In fact, if we can get them in a race, we'll go ahead and do a race with both of them right quick, and then we'll end the video. If we can get them in races quickly. As 2-year-olds, there's not a whole lot of races they can enter regardless. So if it's going to take a couple of months, then we'll just have to wait till the next episode to do that. Which, yeah, actually I keep forgetting. Yeah, next episode we should be at the end of the year, and that's obviously when I will conclude playing playing this version of Gallop Racer for a little bit. So Striking Tap, 7 to 10 furlongs, and he's a dirt horse, which is nice, because we haven't had too many of those in the past. Alright, so let's see if we can get him in a race. And like I said, 2-year-olds, no turf races yet. 7 furlongs in December, so we won't be racing with him in this video. Ebony Colors, let's see if we can get him in a race. I think we'll be able to. Yeah, 5 to G2? Or, well, 6 furlongs opens, probably the best. It's 3rd week of November. Nobody else is ready to roll except for Fort Courtney. So actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this race with, what are we racing with? Ebony Colors. And then this will conclude this video, and when we pick up next time. Long shot. Not surprise. Not, I should say surprising. Ebony Colors, this is the horse that's going to get better, like, by the time he's 6, right? I think realistically we'll be able to run him for his entire racing career, essentially, is what it's telling us, I think. And Striking Tap still won't peak until I think Striking Tap won't peak until he's 4, because we're going to use him to breed with Forever Beat. So breed with Forever Beat. I gotta make sure I put that in my notes. So yeah, Ebony Colors, he's got a long way to go and develop. So we'll probably be the long shot with him for quite a bit of time, but it actually kind of works out, because if we're able to really get our rhythm and groove going with him before he even hits his peak, Once he gets there, he should be a monster of a horse. He should be decent enough, I think. He's only 2 years old. He still has another 4+ years on top of this to where he's going to be at his best. So I have a feeling he'll actually be a pretty decent sprinting horse. I don't know if he'll be G1 caliber, but I think for sure G3s and maybe even G2s. Okay, he has a little bit of a spurt here. We might actually get up in the money. Wow, he 4th place for his first race as a long shot. That is promising. I said it. Something, he feels like a gem. That's what I've noticed in this game. Sometimes these really cheap horses they end up turning out to be gems. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take them to get to their peak. And this is a horse that obviously is going to not be at his peak until he's 6 years old, but that is promising. If we're able to do that with him already as a 2-year-old, and he is arguably at his worst right now, wait another 4 years. He could potentially be at a position where maybe he could run in some G1s. Maybe. Because that's a promising first result. Already as a 2-year-old, especially considering we weren't supposed to do well in that race at all. That's really promising to me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to be like. Because he's 68, 66 now. His speed isn't bad already, so he definitely has the speed. We can see he's a sprinter. Like I said, he's got 3 categories with 3 stars and then 2 categories with 4. So actually, he's not a bad horse. If you look at him now, yeah, he doesn't look great, obviously. But you look at the bottom right corner of the chart, you see he is going to continue to get better as he gets older. So really, once he gets to 5 years old, he should start to really find his form. And then, 5 to 6, and then closing out to his 7 year, he should be at the top of his game. So this is a gem because his cost is only 80, so he doesn't cost a lot, and I have a feeling he's going to win races for us. So this is a gem I think we kind of got here with Ebony Colors. So I'm looking forward to his future and seeing what he's going to be able to do. So we'll get for Courtney registered for a race because, like I said, we'll be retiring her. And, wait, was I going to use her or Super Army to breed? No, I think I was just going to retire for Courtney because her distance isn't great. And statistically speaking, she's not too fantastic. So, 7 to 10. A G3? Another open. Let's actually try her out in a G3. I mean, like I said, we're retiring her. I don't think we have anything to lose. So, and the Cosmo Gal, she is, man, oh man. We got to find a really good stud for her. I think I was going to use her with Indian Goose, but I got to find a really good stud for her. I don't think using her in Indian Goose would be smart. So she can't run in the Philly Cup. She can't run in the Sprinters. She has a distance, so that'll be her last G1 of the year. We should win that. And things are looking on the up and up for Cosmo Gal. Guys, this is going to do it for this episode. Appreciate your love and support as always. And like I said, after today, we'll have one more episode of this, and then we'll reach the end of the year in this game, and then we will cycle back to Gallop Racer 2001, which I haven't played in a while. And we'll keep it rolling. I appreciate you guys' love and support. Until next time, Worst Racing Gamer sending out. I'll be all rain fantastic day. See ya, and goodbye.